Hey guys, my name's Ashwin Gore. I've been an accent coach for 10 years and I offer a full, comprehensive course to help you master the American accent, which is linked down below. Today, I'll be giving you guys a few tips to help you perfect your American accent. Can you give me a brief history of your work experience and training?
Yes, of course. I completed a Master's of Media and Communications at Oxford University and then did a one-year internship at Anderson Public Relations. I then worked for a media relations company in Madrid, where I took on more of a marketing role. I have since worked in several cities, including Paris, London, New York, and Sydney for various marketing companies. More recently, I managed 50 employees at a boutique agency in Los Angeles.
This is a really interesting case study we're going to look at. The Spanish speaker, as you would have noticed, again, we have rhythm problems, we have inflection issues, we have heavy ER and plosive issues. One of the biggest issues, though, in this mock interview is the pronunciation of the cities. Now, our Spanish speaker pronounces Madrid correctly, right? Obviously. But here's the thing. When you are speaking to a global audience, when you are speaking to an American or someone who doesn't speak Spanish or understand that that's the correct pronunciation, unfortunately, you have to do the American pronunciation of the word. That way, everyone can understand what you're saying. So with this, it's not only about saying it right in an American accent, it's also about using the accent to communicate to people who may not understand things in a certain way, even if it's correct. Even if you're saying Madrid the way it needs to be said, if I don't hear that correctly, it doesn't matter that you're saying it correctly. I'm just going to not know what you're saying, and that defeats the purpose of an interview or a meeting, right? So let's look at this answer. We're going to convert it to an American accent. Pay attention to the pronunciation and really pay attention to the plosives in this one. Yeah, of course. I completed a Master's of Media and Communications at Oxford University and then did a one-year internship at Anderson Public Relations. I then worked for a media relations company in Madrid where I took on more of a marketing role. I have since worked in several cities including Paris, London, New York, and Sydney for various marketing companies. Most recently, I managed 50 employees at a boutique agency in Los Angeles. You see how much attention I paid to the plosives there. I finished every word. None of my words blurred into each other. None of my words were hard to understand. You understood where I studied. You understood the different companies I worked for. You understood that I worked in several cities and which cities they were. Because I was finishing my words, I was inflecting down, and I was communicating clearly through my ERs and my plosives. Another thing you would have seen there as well is the application of rhythm and storytelling. I created intrigue in where I was working and the things I've studied. It wasn't just rattling things off, so it didn't feel read. And that's really important in terms of downward inflection is you want to make sure that it doesn't sound like you're reading something and just doing this and that. Because you want to be prepared, but you also want it to sound like it's coming off the cuff. You want it to sound like it's coming off the top of your head. And downward inflection really helps you do that. But it's important to still do it with your own flavor and your own personality. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully those tips put you on the path to achieving a perfect American accent. For more tips and advice, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and for the full course on mastering the American accent, click the link below and check the description for a coupon code.